This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, André Brisson.
Hey there, it's André, the Impulsive Thinker. This week I was talking with Hugh Massie about knowing your identity, and which involves you embracing your past, your struggles, strengths, and to own it. Because identity is an evolution, and it's constant clarity, it's constant refinement to gain clarity. And the one thing he said in it that really got me thinking, and I just stopped the recording with Hugh. We just said our goodbyes, and I was going to do this a lot later, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. And what he said was to be comfortable with yourself and your past self, especially. And that's one way where you can actually, part of embracing your past, your struggles, your challenges, your mistakes, and all that. And in order for you to own it, you have to be comfortable with yourself. In all these years, all I've been hearing about is that you have to accept yourself. Just accept it. Accept the past, accept this, accept that. But accepting is to me, it's always been challenging, especially if there's something that was not right, not correct, some sort of injustice or unfairness to me or to whatever the situation. And accepting something that's not great, I don't think is that easy. And that's almost impossible. But I can be comfortable with it. And for me to be comfortable with it means I'm actually accepting the good and the bad and the ugly and the beautiful about it. And yet I can still not accept what was done or as a valid statement or action that I can forgive. But I can be comfortable with it. So with that, you've heard me talk a lot about my past and how, one breakthrough right before one of my group sessions was I was doing a bunch of free writing, and I started bawling because I didn't realize what I was writing, but it ended up to, you sucked, made all these mistakes in the past, and then now I know about ADHD. Just got to 3-4 pages later at the end, I was bawling because that last line I wrote was, André, I forgive you. It's not your fault that happened in the past. I forgive you. Just don't be so hard on yourself, because I cannot accept what happened. I made a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of stuff I can't take back. And a lot has to do with my undiagnosed ADHD, unaware, did not realize it, but it happened. But at the same time, there's an explanation for it. So why am I giving myself such a hard time? And for a while there, I believed I accepted that. I accepted all that, but I don't think it's true. What Hugh said this past week is I actually got comfortable with it, and I was comfortable with myself making those past mistakes because I made the decision moving forward, I'm going to manage my symptoms. I'm going to work on myself and do some true mirror check, deep thinking and honest reflection to identify stuff to work on. And with that, what I was actually doing is peeling a lot of my old character, which is also an image or an old identity, and refine it back to the identity I have now today. It's like the impulsive thinker. And I got a lot more clarity on that. And like Hugh said, being comfortable with yourself, that just changed the whole way I look at the past. So I don't have to accept anything anymore. I don't have to necessarily forget things anymore, but I'm just comfortable with what's occurred in the past so I can move forward. And comfort means accepting the good and the bad and the ugly and the beautiful, but yet not accepting that what was happened or done was correct. To me, acceptance means it's almost, I don't know if it's, I'm not going to pull out the dictionary here, but for some reason, when I say I accept this, I accept that, it's almost, I'm agreeing to it, or I'm justifying that it was okay. And a lot of the stuff that's happened in the past was not okay. Yet I am comfortable with what occurred, and I can move on. And with that, helps me build my belief, my self-belief, because with the identity, that I've created, or actually, it's not that I created. Let me take that back. That I've worked on, and I have clarity and gain confidence in, is because I got a better belief in myself, because I have a better understanding of my identity. And with that is because I gained comfort with what's occurred in the past and allowed myself to move forward and just shed the past. I hope this made sense to you, because the conversation with Hugh was really good, and by getting comfortable with my past, as I embraced it, I embraced the past struggles, the past challenges, the stuff that I did to other people that wasn't correct or unintentional, but still had negative connotations or effects to other people. I embraced it. I own it. I did it. There's an explanation why what happened. I wasn't doing it to be malicious. I wasn't doing it to be selfish. It was my undiagnosed ADHD. It was my childhood trauma. It was that little André inside coming out all the time to protect me. My actions are my actions. I embrace it. I own it. I'm comfortable with what's occurred in the past. I'm not accepting it. I just don't think a lot of that stuff is acceptable. It was wrong. But I'm comfortable with that experience, that I am who I am now, and I'm trying positively to refine my identity, to embrace it, so I can focus my energy in the right spot, because I have a true clarity on my identity, like you and I talk. So thanks again for listening. I'd like to know what you think about this, the comfort versus acceptance in the past. And I believe that if you're comfortable with yourself, which includes today, the person you're going to be tomorrow, based on what you did on the past, if you're comfortable with that, you can get a lot of belief in yourself, a lot of self-confidence, and then get clarity and embrace your identity, because identity is an evolution. So thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, rate, and review the show. It helps us get discovered by listeners like you. If you can share it with at least 2 people, that'll start the process. Please follow us on social media. Just search for Tactical BTS. We regularly share interesting conversations and breakthroughs about entrepreneurship and ADHD. That's Tactical BTS. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by André Brisson. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.